Hello and welcome to another Hack the Box video. My name is Rushen from RoadHack. First of all, I would like to thank everyone for viewing this video and the previous videos and commenting, liking, and also subscribing to the channel. And also, if you are someone new who is viewing this video for the very first time, please make sure to subscribe so it will help this channel grow, and that is always much appreciated. So today we are going to root the Pilgrimage Linux machine by HackTheBox, and this challenge illustrates how a Git repository can create a security risk that can lead to a fully compromised system. It also shows how custom security mechanisms can introduce new vulnerabilities to a system that could have been handled with conventional methods. So without any further ado, let's dive in. Okay, so first things first, I'm going to make a directory in my downloads folder called Pilgrimage so we can save all our files and notes and everything in here. Let's also create a file for our notes. First, I'm going to save the target IP, then my machine IP. That should be it for now. We are going to save and exit. Let's quickly, first of all, check if we can ping the target IP. And next we are going to run the nmap scan to find out what are the available ports on the target IP address so we can play around with them. We're going to use the switch SVC and the target IP address. And the output, I'm going to call it scan results. We will let this run for a couple of minutes. Alright, so I moved the scan results into the Pilgrimage folder. Now I'm in here, and the results show us we have a SSH port open. It's running Debian, and we do have HTTP open running Nginx. The title did not follow redirect to this particular domain, so we'll update our host file accordingly, and it shows the Nginx and the version. It's running on Linux, and the kernel information is given here. So onto our host file, target IP, save and exit. So next what we can do is run a directory search to find out what are the available directories on this domain that we can poke into and see. We'll let this run in the background, and in the meantime we'll go to the web browser and check out this website. It says save space and shrink it, a free online image shrinker. Create an account to save your images. Looks like we can upload a file and it shrinks by bringing down the file size. There is a login page and there is a register page. For the login page, we can try some default credentials that we always use. Nope. In the register page, we can it redirects to dashboard.php, and we have a original image name, shrunken image URL, home, dashboard, logout. Let's head back to the directory search. Since the scanner shows many interesting Git directories, we shouldn't take it lightly, because there could be something there. Downloading all these files one by one manually, parsing them is an option, definitely, but there's a tool that will automate this task, which saves us a lot of time, and the tool goes by the name Git Dumper. So this is the GitHub page, and this should be the link, easy to find. Now we have a couple of files given here and some instructions as to how to run this. So as always, we'll go to code, copy, go back to our terminal and run git clone file is downloaded right here, actually the folder. So let's go into that folder. We have a Python file, readme, requirements, and some license and some other files. Let's go back, create another folder. Let's call it a site dump. And now to get the dump, we'll run this command. All the git files into git. Okay, seems like it's completed. We'll do ls. Cool. We have assets, dashboard.php, index.php, login, logout, a tool called Magick, and then register and vendor. For the moment, we'll check out what index.php contains. Okay, we can see some PHP code right here, and it handles the authentication. I believe this function checks whether the user is authenticated by checking if the session and the user variable is set. And if the variable is set, it means that the user has logged in and is authenticated. Okay, so this particular code handles image uploading and resizing. It checks if the user is authenticated, processes the uploaded image using the bulletproof/image library. Then it resizes it to about like 50%, and then the resized image is stored right here in this particular directory. Then the code generates like a unique name for the resized image and combines it with the original image extension. It can be either like a .png or JPG, and then it redirects the user with a success message or an error message, as shown right here. I want you to pay attention to this right here, magic convert, right? Because it is worth noting that this particular code employs the ImageMagick tool, specifically employing the magic convert command. And it is also inserting data into a SQLite database when a user is logged in. So right now we can do like a quick test on the website and see how it handles the shrinking part. Choose file. I have a pre-downloaded image here on the same folder, and I'm gonna click on shrink. Okay, the server spits out a URL which is in the shrunk directory, and there is like a unique file name generated ending with .png extension. Yeah, it's the same image. We can explore the magic file. Executable, interpreter details are given. We will directly go ahead and search for magic exploits. So this should be the GitHub page you're looking for. Note down the URL. In here we have a readme file and generate.python file. And as you can see, they have provided some commands to execute and generate a exploit image in the .png extension. So as always, we'll download this. The usual command, git clone. And we'll navigate to the folder, and we are going to go ahead and run the first command, which is this. If everything goes right, it should give these results. I'm not going to change anything or do any modifications. Let's hit enter. Alright, it's done. Now we have exploit.png. So what we're going to do is go back to the website and upload the exploit.png file. Shrink it, go to the link, and we'll use wget to download this to our local machine. Alright, here is the file. Let's rename this file actually, so it's easy for us. Let's call this test.png. Okay, cool. Now to read the contents of converted PNG file, we have to use this particular command. Our file name is test.png. Now you can see that this is given in hex format. So we'll do a conversion real quick. I'm going to copy this hex code and use Cyberchef. Paste the hex code, and I'm going to use from hex is the recipe. Let it do its thing, and we have the output right here. We'll search for binary and bash. Okay, so we got two matches right here. One has the name Emily, seems like a user that can execute binary bash, and the other one is root. Now there's one other thing I want to point out. Let's read the dashboard.php file. And I want you to pay attention to this line of code, right? Now this PHP code is a statement that creates a connection to a SQLite database file located at this directory. And once the connection is established, this variable can be used to execute SQL queries against the database. This is the thing, we still need a password to SSH into Emily's account. So what I'm thinking is maybe we can use the previous exploit once again to fetch this particular database and hopefully find a password for Emily. I'm going to remove the exploit file because we're going to recreate another one. And we are pretty much going to repeat the same process just like before. Once again, execute this command. But this time, we're going to change the directory that we are going to exploit, which, if you can remember, it is in this DB for database, pilgrimage. And now we are going to use the new exploit.png to upload to the website, which contains this directory. It's actually the database that we are going to fetch. So back to uploading it is. Okay, click on this. We'll use wget one more time. And we'll rename this file to call it result.png. Just like before, we are going to use identify in verbose mode and the file name. And just like before, copy all this hex, go back to Cyberchef, and after a couple of seconds it's giving us the output, and for some reason it's slowing down the browser as well. But however, if we scroll down like a little above the midpoint, we can see this. Along with the username Emily, there are some other characters without a period or a space. Let's assume this is the password that is fetched from the database. We'll copy this into our notes. Let's break it down right here. Save it and exit. And now finally let's move on to attempting to SSH into Emily. The format is the username first, then the domain, password. Oh, I made a mistake. Okay, yeah, there it is. So the problem is the first character of the password is still up there. I just saw it. So we'll edit that real quick. Add an A here. Get rid of this one. Save and exit. Okay, anyways, we are here. So let's check where we are right now. Home. And if we do ls, this should be the user file or the user flag that you're looking for. 33 characters. And now on to better things, we have to escalate our privileges to find out the root flag. We are going to root the machine. So this is where we at right now. We can do cd, and first of all we can try an easy step, which is to find out if there are any files with root permissions. In the root directory, permission set to 4000. Okay, we can see some directories given here, but that's about it. No files that we can play with. So for this next step, we can use to find out what are the services and the codes being executed on this machine. So in the previous walkthrough video, I believe it's called the Sandworm, we used two different tools for this. One is called PSpy, the other one is called LinPs. Both tools are amazing, and that was my first time trying them out, and it turned out pretty good. But this time, instead of using those command line tools, we are going to use a different command. All you have to do is type this. In here it gives the user, the CPU percentage, the process IDs, memory used, starting point, time, and the command that is being executed. Now you can take your time and analyze this, but take a look at this, especially the name malwarescan.sh being executed by root using bash. Now I'm interested in this file, so let's take a look at it. So it can be rewritten, there can be modifications done, and now let's check out the content in the file. Alright, so this seems like a shell script that monitors this directory, the strong directory for new files. And when a new file is created, the script checks the file's content using Binwalk, and it's a tool to see if it contains any executable code. If the uploaded file contains any executable code, the script deletes the file. And I must say, although they have implemented Binwalk as a security mechanism, literally it creates a privilege escalation vulnerability based on the implementation given in the script right here. So we'll run Binwalk on this machine. It's running version 2.3.2. So let's look up for any exploits. And right away you can see in the exploit database in Binwalk version 2.3.2 there's a RCE, remote command execution vulnerability. So we can download this exploit directly to the local machine. So we'll go ahead and download. Okay, it's a .python file. First of all, let's find out how we can edit this file and insert the details of our local machine, so it can connect back to us once we upload this file. Okay, so positional argument says that we have to use a .png file for the exploit, and then we have to use the IP address of the listener and include the port number. So we can use image.png, that Mickey Mouse image that we used before. So let's try out that command. This is the exploit. Then the file name that we are going to use is image.png. This is the IP address of my local machine, and let's use port 9001. You can now rename and share Binwalk exploit and start your local netcat listener. Okay, here is the exploit that we are going to upload. Now let's set up a server right here. And we'll go here. We'll use wget, my local machine IP and the port number, and the file name should be this. Alright, so now what we have to do is copy or move this file entirely to the malwarescan.sh file directory where it is being executed. So this will be executed as well. Now let's find out where it is. Now at this directory only it will be executed. Now let's set up a listen on our local machine. And here we're going to copy the file, which is binwalk underscore exploit.png to this path right here. And we are going to wait for a connection. Okay, awesome, we got it. Let's do ID. It says root, we'll do ls. Okay, change directory, now do ls, and the ID is root.txt. 33 characters, so this is the final root flag you are looking for. Alright guys, so that is pretty much it for this video. I hope you enjoyed and learned something new just as I did. And if you want to see more videos of this kind in the future, please make sure to drop a like and subscribe to the channel, because it will help the channel grow, and that is always much appreciated. And if you do have any questions about this particular walkthrough, please make sure to drop a comment and I will try my best to get back to you. Again, thanks so much for watching. I'll catch you guys in a future video. Until then, take care of yourself and take care of each other. Peace.